Hey you guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. You are at Perfectly Imperfect Designs. My name is Teresa. Today I'm going to make a paint stick swag with the 5-gallon paint stick, and it's going to be a St. Patrick's Day one. Okay, let's get into it. For today's project, I'm going to be using this 21-inch Deco mesh. It's just a basic mesh in white. I'm also going to use my 5-gallon paint stick. It's a paint stir stick. Got it from the hardware store. It's exactly 21 inches long. Ribbons of your choice. I'm going to pick some ribbons out of here. All of the ribbons that I picked today will be available in my shop in the description below. This is the little sign that I'm going to be using. Since this is not a very big project, this is a 6-inch sign with the lucky clovers on it in the leopard print. A handful of pipe cleaners. Not exactly sure how many I'm going to put on the paint stick. I do know I'm going to put them every 3 inches apart. So let me pick out my ribbons. I've marked my paint stick every 3 inches where I'm going to put the pipe cleaners on it. I just marked it with a pen, measured it on my mat here. I do have this sign available in an 8-inch round in my shop, a 9x7 and an 8x6. So let's get started. Okay, these are the 4 ribbons of my choice. I picked these because we have the animal print, leopard print, cheetah print, whichever one you choose to call it, that goes great with the sign. Also, the clovers with the dashed edges. I have the black and green ribbon that matches the clover in the sign. And again, the leopard print. So usually when I do this, I paint the paint stir stick, but I just decided not to today. But I am going to put the design that I'm making on the front of it to cover up the lettering. That way the back will be nice and clean. The way I'm going to put the pipe cleaners on here, turn it sideways so you can see it better. I'm going to put one right here, right above the neck of it. And I'm going to twist them to the side, to one side. And face them up so I'll be able to find them when I get my mesh out and get going. Excuse me, guys. Okay, the next one you put on here. This one I'm going to have facing this way. So I have 2 pipe cleaners on here, one facing that way, one facing this way. Now for the neck, right here where I put an X on it, I'm going to take 2 pipe cleaners because these pipe cleaners are kind of thin. I'm going to wrap them around right there. This is exactly how I made my hanging device on my last paint stick that I made about 2 years ago. Put it on there tight. Twist these together real good so they'll be more supportive. Twist the other one. I just want to make sure this hanger is going to be very good and sturdy. I'm pretty sure it will be. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere when I get done with it. Now I'm going to take both of these pipe cleaners and tie them together. Just twist it around itself on the other side. Real good and tight. Same to this one. Twist it around. Okay, now with the double pipe cleaner, here's what we end up with. Here's the loop, and it's very good and sturdy. It's not going anywhere. It's around the neck of the pipe cleaner, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's very good and secure. Okay, and for the next 2 pipe cleaners, 2 on each of my lines that I've made, and my lines are 3 inches apart. Trying to make sure they line up. And the next one, every 3 inches, I put 2 pipe cleaners on there. Twist one to one side and the other to the other side. And since I'm using 21-inch mesh, I'm not going to put a middle pipe cleaner on here. Like, I could put one standing straight up to go down the middle of it, but I'm not going to do it that way since I'm using 21-inch mesh. When I get done doing this, every 3 inches, I'll have my hot glue out, and I'm going to put some hot glue to make sure that these are all secure. Okay, now that I've got all of my pipe cleaners placed where I want them, I'm going to take my hot glue gun and simply go over the top of them where they meet the wood of the paint stick, so that I know they're on there secure and they're not going anywhere. Okay, let that set up for a little bit. Okay, this is what we have. Now, with my 21-inch mesh, I'm simply just going to take it, with it rolling it in, and drop it to the floor. Now, I'm going to start gathering it up from both sides. Just gather it up. Make sure I have that end even. Make sure my edges are tucked under. I'm going to grab it and make a loop. So it's like this. I'm going to start here. This is going to be the top. Lay my mesh down into the pipe cleaners and twist it together. Really tight. Stand them up so that I don't forget them when I come back around to put my ribbon in. Okay, for my poofs with this, I'm only going to be doing probably like an 8-inch poof each time I go to the next pipe cleaner. So counting them out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right here, back up. And put it down inside the pipe cleaner. My glue's still a little wet, but that's okay. Working with the 21-inch mesh is not that hard. It's just a little awkward. Put my pipe cleaners back up, go back into the poof, and fluff it out. Make sure the pipe cleaners are standing up. Now, when I get here, making sure that my ends are tucked in and together, I'm simply going to turn the corner by, I'm not going to cut it. I could cut it right here and start over right here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just curve around, making sure that my ends are tucked under. Make sure my pipe cleaners on this side that's already done are all standing up and visible, so I don't get them confused with this side. And we're just going to turn the corner like that and go around, creating like a loop at the bottom. Well, not like a loop, it is a loop. And poof it out. Okay. Here we go again. Starting from here. I could have cut it down here, and I really thought about it, but I thought, nope, I'm just going to turn the corner and keep on going. And mesh loves to stick to itself and your clothes. So you might want to wear an apron if you have one. I do, but I can't find it right now. If you guys could see my craft room, you'd croak. Okay. Are not going to show the paint stick when I get finished. And when I get done, if I think it will, then I'll go ahead and add some curls in here too. But as of right now, I do not think the paint stick will show. I usually do paint my yardsticks and paint sticks. And guys, I'm getting ready to make my 2023 Easter cross on a yardstick. That video will be coming up in the next couple of days. My Easter spring cross. I make it every year this time. Okay. Now we're to the last one. So again, I'm just going to make the 8-inch poof. Lay it down into the pipe cleaner. And twist. Now this is where things are going to get a little bit different because I'm to the end. Now I'm going to take my mesh. I'm going to take my scissors. Hope I'm in the camera for you guys. Cut it off. Okay, I'm going to pull it around like this and put it back into that pipe cleaner, the last one that I ended with. Oh, that's my hanging loop. Put it back into here. I'm going to look at this real quick and see if I think it needs some curls or if I think it's covering good. I might add some gold curls in here because when I think of St. Pat, well, that didn't stay. Okay, let me redo that. Okay, I'm just going to put it, tuck it back in to the pipe cleaner and twist it on really good and tight. And poof it out. Just like the one next to it. Okay, let me take a look. Make sure my poofs are in the middle. Kind of twisting them in front of each other. Making sure my pipe cleaners are all visible. Okay, so here is our swag. Let me see if I want to add some curls. Okay, I have this mesh here that I've already cut. And it is cut to 10 inches. I'm just going to simply curl it. Over like this. Bend it up. Put it down into the pipe cleaner. See if I like it. When I think of St. Patrick's Day, I think of gold. Like the treasure, the pot at the end of the rainbow. Okay. Do I like that in there? You guys can't really see the gold, but it is. It'll show up better when you see it hanging up at the end. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to add gold into this. I'm going to take these and make a curl with every one of them. And put it in each pipe cleaner. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to add the gold curls to every pipe cleaner, and I will come back when I get done doing that, and we'll start adding the ribbon. Hold on just a second. Okay, you guys, I'm coming up to the last 2 curls. I've added them all in. I have 2 more to go. This is one. Put that down in there and twist it. Stand them up. Yes, I think this was the right solution. Next time I do one of these, I will be sure to paint the yardstick. Put this one in, and we're going to add the ribbons and make a bow. Okay, I have all of the curls in, added. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it all in the camera. Can't really see the gold against the white in the video or in the camera. Okay, now I'm going to start adding the ribbons. My ribbons are cut to 12 inches. Sorry about that. Put them down on the table, curl them up. Go to my first pipe cleaner. Put the ribbon down in there. And make sure every time I put a set of ribbons in it, I'm going to spread them out so they look pretty. Let me get the next set in. I'll turn it around and show you what we're getting. This time I'm going with the leopard print and the clovers with the dashed edge. Put that one down in here. Yeah, I think it was the best thing to do with the curls. And like I said, I think if I would have painted my paint stick first, I wouldn't have had that problem. But I saved it, so it's all good. You know, I never cut my mistakes out when I'm doing something. You guys know that, so I was able to pull it all together again. Okay, here's what we're getting with the ribbons. I have this set, which is the check, green and black check, and the leopard print with the clovers. I'm going to do these every other one, all the way around. I have 14 sets of pipe cleaners, so I'm going to start putting these on all the way around. Okay, I'm coming up to the very last set of ribbons. place these down into the wreath or my swag. And most of the time I do just go through and tuck them in, but I think this time, since I've got them on there super tight, I'm just going to cut off the tips of the pipe cleaners. I've got them twisted really, really good. Fluff up the ribbons. Now, this won't be totally fluffed up until the very end after I add the bow and the sign. But yeah, I think I'm just going to cut these pipe cleaners off. Twist them around pretty good. Go down. Cut them off. Take the little stub that's sticking up and just tuck that down in there so that you cannot see it. So now, here's what I got. Here's the top where the loop is. The curls go down the middle. Looks very pretty. Okay, I'm going to grab my easy bow maker. We're going to put the sign on and make a bow, and I will show you what it looks like when I hold it up and then again when I hang it up. So let me grab my easy bow. Okay, you guys, now to get the sign ready, I've already prepared the back of it. I've got these cable mounts on the back of it. You get these from Amazon. I put them on with hot glue and E6000. They come, I've got them put in this little Tupperware container. They come like this, and they have a sticky back. You just remove the back, and they do have a stickiness to them, so you can put it on there. But for a wreath or anything like that, I wouldn't just use the adhesive on here. That's why I put hot glue and E6000 on here. I prepped my sign earlier. So that's what I have on here. And I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and stick it through. Pull it up like that. Twist it on. Since the sign is so little, I just put 2 of these little mounts on here. I will have these listed in I'll have them linked below. Okay, we have the sign ready. I set the wreath aside so I can make a bow. Okay, I'm not going to make a super big bow, but I do want some tails on this. So I will go at about, let's start out with about 12-inch tails. Put it down in, twist it. Now, even if my ribbon was the same on both sides, I'm so used to twisting it so that when you bring it around like this, the not so pretty side is up, and then when you make your loop, pretty side comes up. I'm going to make my loops to about 5 inches. Down in here and twist it again. Go to about 5 inches. I like to make sure my ribbon is nice and flat here in the middle. I'll make 2 loops on both sides with this ribbon at the same length, 5 inches. And if you, this is called an easy bow maker, for those of you that's never seen one before. I'm going to go to about 5 inches with this. Okay. It's about 5.5. Come down, cut my ribbon. I'm going to take my leopard print 2.5 inch ribbon, bring it down. I'm going to take this one to about, I think I'll do this one at 5 inches as well. Now see, the reason why I twist it is because now this is, you can see that this ribbon is not the same on both sides. This is the inside out part. And when I bring it around, the pretty side's up. I will make 2 loops on with this bow as well, with this ribbon as well. I may make 3. Let's just see what we got going on. So hey guys, if you like this content, or you know somebody that does, please hit the like button if you would, and subscribe to my channel. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. I'm really excited. I'm going to do a giveaway when I get to 10,000. I'm a little over 9,000 right now, so every bit helps. I think I'll keep it at 2 with this one as well. Okay, I like to spread my loops out how I'm going to want them when I get finished. And smush this down in the middle so that it's nice and flat. Okay, my next ribbon, I think I'm going to do this one. And twist. This one I'm going to take out to about the 4. This easy bow has marks on it showing me. I think I'm going to go about 4.5 with this. So it's not a whole lot shorter than my ribbons that I've already got down, but short enough. This one a little bit over 4 as well. And one way that you can tell if your loops are the same length when you get to this point and you have a bunch of ribbon underneath, hold them up and make sure they're even, and they are. Okay, I'll do this one the same. Now I can just measure for my existing loop that's already down. Twist. I think I'm going to do 3 loops with this ribbon. Twist. Make sure it's the same. Push that down in there. Pull it on down. And again, I have these ribbons and this sign available in my shop, listed below. I have a lot of other ribbon and sign sets as well. Alright, do I want to put some more leopard print on here, or do I want to throw in this gold? Thought I'd throw in the gold since I put the gold curls in. Let me see. Never can really make up my mind. No, I think I'm just going to go with the gold. Since I put the gold curls in it. Now, I want this to be just a tad bit shorter than the ribbon underneath, just like I did before. This is a very stiff ribbon. And I want it a bit shorter than the one that I've got down there. And hold it up. Twist. This isn't the easiest ribbon to work with, but it's pretty. You do one more on this side. Okay, bring this down. Okay, now kind of like to arrange my loops the way that I'm going to want them to appear after I get the bow off of here. Okay, now I'm going to take a zip tie, put it up underneath my loops, all the way to the middle. And bring it together till it clicks. You don't want it all the way tightened up. Just enough to get your bow off of the easy bow or whatever you're using. You can even make a hand bow. I'm still not tightening it all the way because I want to be able to spread out my loops now. Okay, I usually don't fluff my loops until I get it on the project that I'm making. In this case, when I get it onto the yardstick swag. And I probably will wrap something around the middle of my zip tie. I'm not sure yet. Okay, I turn it over. I take a pipe cleaner, put it in here. Now I can tighten my zip tie up. My bow is completely smashed, but that's okay. That way I have a pipe cleaner to tie this on to my swag. Okay, here we go. I will be cutting these ribbon tails down as soon as I get it onto the swag. All going to come together. Nope, I don't need anything around the middle. This ribbon does well. Sometimes I do. It's very glittery. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but I'll have glitter everywhere for days, but that's okay. I usually do. As a matter of fact, I had some glitter on this table before I even started, and I tried to clean it right before I started. So that's just comes along with it. Some people really like glitter, and some people don't. It doesn't bother me. Either way, I like it. Okay, my tails. My tails will get cut and curled when I get it onto the wreath, onto our swag. Alrighty, let me grab the swag. This is the top. I put my sign on first. Let's see where I want this at exactly. I'm going to put my sign right here. Spread everything apart. Since I can actually see where my frame or my paint stick is, I'm not going to need my, I usually use a darning needle and go through my mesh. Today I'm just going to tie it right to the paint stick. Tie it onto the back. I like to make sure my sign is where I want it to be for sure, before I put it down super tight. And I've got that on there too tight. So again, undo that a bit. Pull my sign up like that and tie it. And I will be showing you guys the back too when we finish. Okay, I'm going in with these two ties. Feel my way around. And put it on. Again, not making it super tight in case I have to take it off and move it. Okay, now this is when I start fluffing my loops. Okay, now I'm going to dovetail the ends of my ribbons. And the way that you do that, you just hold it up, fold it with the wires touching each other, cut from the folded side down to the wires, and you come out with a finished dovetail look. Now I curl my 1.5 inch ribbons. I do not curl my 2.5, but I do dovetail them all. And I'll go back probably and make some of them shorter. As a matter of fact, I know I want this one a bit shorter. This one will be curled, and this one will be curled, but I still dovetail it. And everything doesn't have to be even for me. That may drive you, it does drive some people crazy, and everything has to be equal and precisely even, and that's okay. That's just not me. Fluff up this side a bit. It ended up being pretty large. I probably could have put a bigger sign on it. I don't think it would have ended up this large if I wouldn't have had the curls, but it just made me feel better to add them, knowing that you could not see the paint stick anymore. Guys, I got called away. I had to go somewhere, and when I got back, I finished it. But I didn't like the little sign that was on there. It came together bigger than what I thought it would. So I switched out the sign for a 9x7 and put a little bow up here, just a handmade bow up here at the top to kind of even everything out. So this is the finished paint stick swag. You guys have to try it. You'll like doing it. Okay, please like, subscribe, and share my video if you would, and be watching for my yardstick cross. It's coming up.